And
What are
Gamefly's
you
still around.
nerding out about now?
Gamefly is still around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend it, man. It's a good.
That's what Charles is nerding out about.
Not
Gamefly.
tonight. I nerded out about that about 2 years ago, but so I am nerding out about my daughter getting into gaming. But first, you rude butt faces. Not one of you said a single thing about my beautiful setup behind me in my studio. It's all clean, Cookie Monster's clear. I got my spirit animal right here on top of me. Got my lights set up, got my original drum head up there. Over here that you can't see, I got other cool Demon Slayer stuff up on the wall. And not a single, Charles, is that a different light setup? Well, yeah, Joe, it is. Thanks for noticing. You didn't notice. I'm learning out about that. And what's also special about it leads into the other part is Zoe came out to help me. So we've got all the Dragon Con stores put up. Some of the posters on the wall for Demon Slayer are hers, and she helped me design the wall. She had a lot of input and was doing all that with me. And it's like, hey, as we're talking to watch things, somehow it came out, it's like, oh, you might like the game Portal. And she just played. I only have Portal 2, but I said, it'll be fun enough. You'll try it. She started last Saturday, I think, is when we cleaned the barn out or cleaned this out, and then I got her to play through a few levels. She beat the game tonight. She's just been playing it and playing. The other night when Aaron and I went to the movies, apparently she played the whole time, which is about 4 or 5 hours because she started before we left and whatever. Yeah, she loves it. So tonight we went through. By the way, we'll get back to Epic, but Epic, there's some issue with the Epic launcher, but I don't know if you guys might advise me. But Epic, we got past that. We pulled up my Steam library. It's like, okay, here's this. And when we'd look up a video, if I didn't remember what the game was about, say, hey, do you want to play this? Got her a few games lined up that way. Then I went, I haven't logged into my Humble Bundle in forever. I've got so many codes. And dude, Joe, Kurt, for this show, you want to play a game night with people? I got all the You Don't Know Jack games, apparently. I've got all of the, what is it? The Jack TV. What am I trying to say? The
Jackbox.
Jackbox. Thank you. Jackbox TV. I have 1 through like 6 or 7 of those. I mean, I was like, where did all these come from? And so we loaded a few more games for her that way. And she's just really getting it. And while we're watching the videos, like here's a trailer. We don't know about the game. She's watching I'm not breaking up like that. Stop it, Kurt. While we're watching, don't distract me. You can still hear me. You can still hear me clearly, right? It's just the video.
Random Kid says Stuttering Stanley is back again.
So we got our bunch of games set up. She's excited. I had to kick her out because I was getting ready for the show. But come on, man. Look at this. Look at this. Spirit Animal line's right up. Nobody said anything. Whatever.
I was wondering why you were playing Portal today.
Yeah, she was blasting it out. Of course, she's on my account. But that's what it was. We were watching the trailer of like a Mortician's Tale, and she's making some random comments. I'm like, do you even know what they're talking about? Because they're making a little bit. Zoe gets high level humor, right? But I thought, well, maybe some of the jokes they're making, she's not going to understand. She's like, oh yeah, I know what they're saying. And then she made another comment, and I started listening. I was like, I looked at her and went, are you live streaming to nobody in your head right now? Because she was basically making YouTube commentary on the video and being funny about it. It's like, all right, I'll think about working with you in streaming and all this. But so all right, that was my nerding out. Joe, what do you got?
I am nerding out about surprise, surprise, said no one, about an anime called Summertime Render.
Better title than most that you bring.
A lot shorter, definitely.
That was a translated American version.
Some versions are Summertime Rendering, but yeah, so there are a couple different ones depending on what source you look at. Anyway, super good. Can
we guess what the premise is?
Sure.
Maybe that should be the next game, right? Joe brings up an anime, and we have to try to guess what it's about.
Let's do it, Kurt. What's your guess? What is your guess?
Summertime Render. So what this is about a group of friends playing in the summertime, and they have a contest to find out which of their fat renders first before school starts again. Didn't know I was going there, did you?
No, we did not. That was great. That joke brought to you by the Smiling Homeschooler. They have sponsored every bad dad joke by Kurt, which is why we can't do any bad dad jokes because they didn't pay us a dime. So it's summertime. So obviously summertime. I think there's gonna be a romance involved. It's gonna be a coming of age story where a guy is trying to do this. He gets a crush on the girl. I'm trying to figure out the render part though. That was a great joke you made, but I'm thinking somehow they get into a digital world and they have to create digital things in this digital world that they're trapped in. That's my take on summertime.
Well, remember, I think one of the spells in World of Warcraft was Rend, which is something that causes people to bleed.
Okay.
So this is all about summertime stabbings.
All right, Joe, what is it about?
So the main character is coming home for the first time in 2 years, and while he's on the boat to the island, he has this dream about his childhood friend / pseudo sister, because they grew up together, although they're not actually siblings. His parents died when he was younger, and her family took him in.
Got it. Yeah, sure. Okay.
But the reason he's coming back to the island is because she died. He's coming back for her funeral. And so in this dream, vision, or whatever, she says, "Come find me," and then also says, "Protect their younger sister." And so it ends up being a it's a sci-fi thriller sort of. So there's some timey-wiminess where he ends up in a time loop. And so every time he dies, he jumps back to the past. And yes, I did say,
is that where the word render?
Yes.
He's trying to prevent his fat from melting.
Well, so he in the first episode, he finds out that it's suspected that his pseudo sister didn't actually drown because there were strangulation marks on her throat. And so he starts off trying to solve...
He rendered her breathless. Is that where render comes from?
To solve her murder is what he's trying to do. But there's also like aliens and other stuff too.
Yeah, this title gives away nothing.
Where's the rendering happening?
What kind of render is it?
The render is his mind rendering reality when he goes back.
So I was the closest. Trapped in a digital world, they had to make things. He made reality. I'm taking it for the win.
I actually think you guys would both like this, to be honest.
I don't know, man.
I don't think I described it very well, but I think you would like it.
I still haven't heard the answer. Is there barbecue?
Let's see. He makes curry. There might be some barbecue at some point, but I don't think so.
No fat rendering, Kurt.
No fat
but
rendering.
I mean, the aliens do consume people, so there is some fat rendering sort of ish.
How to cook?
That's Kurt. Why did you bring a Star Trek 1 reference?
There is a very good reason for that, and that is, do you remember what Voyager stood for in Star Trek 1?
Basically, yeah.
It was the Voyager spacecraft. The Voyager spacecraft, which is still in space, and the Voyager spacecraft, which left our solar system and continues to send back code 50 years after it was launched, and recently was sending back a bunch of crap. Oh, pardon my French. A bunch of not usable mushrooms. Yeah, no, it was sending back a lot of code that was just gibberish, right?
Okay.
Here's the reason that I'm geeking out about it. The coders for the code for Voyager 1 said, "Oh, we know what this is. they're just sending back corrupt data. So we're going to patch it. And they updated the code on the satellite, and it's sending back good information again.
How?
It took 2 days to upload the patch. And then they
That's
got verification. Yeah, I know. I would have thought it would have been longer too. But it 2 days to get to upload the code, and it's now sending back good data again.
That's
way
crazy.
past its end of life. And the people who know how to code in this archaic language now are older than the Voyager has been out there, like way like a lot older.
Because they coded it before it launched.
Yeah, and
how many years? How many years has it been out there?
50.
Holy cow!
It's been in space for 50 years.
50. How does it say how far out it is, like in relation to planets?
It was it's past the solar system. It's out of the solar system. Yeah.
What kind of information are we getting?
Who knows?
Somebody has to know. How the heck are we not hacking that and getting that information on the web? For crying out loud.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It says it reached interstellar space in 2012. It just the big question is, will Voyager 1 ever stop? And it's expected to continue to return science data until at least next year, with a maximum lifespan of 2030. But I have a feeling. Oh, and it says it may have enough electric power to return engineering data until 2036. I don't know. It's weird. It's really, really cool. And the only bummer is that it didn't have really high def cameras back then.
Yeah.
Because that would be awesome to get that kind of data. But
what year was Star Trek 1 set in? So we know
right.
that's coming true. Yeah.